to the Independent Investor Channel, man. $1,360 last month in dividends. You guys are going to want to stick around here. I'm going to chronicle every single one of the 40 holdings that paid dividends for the month of September. Guys, stick around. It's going to be interesting. Want to welcome everybody into the message. I roll these out periodically to provide transparency on why we invest. Dividends are one of the main reasons. It's sleepy money. I did nothing but be a stock owner in these fine companies. I chronicle, we jump into the account, and I walk you through each and every one of the holdings that paid during the month of September. Fantastic month for us, guys. We're going to drop you into the account now and we'll conduct the review. So I know different viewers to the Independent Investor Channel get different messages from what I put out through my content, but the bottom line up front here for September is just amazing. This is one of my best, if not my best month ever, as well as the best month for 2020. You can see here at the bottom, for the month of September, from the 1st until the 30th, just over $1,300. So just a fabulous month. This is pretty amazing stuff, guys. And if you're looking for substantiation or justification as to why you invest, this is it. This is really the finish line. You can't appreciate this when you first start investing and you're putting positions into good, high-quality companies that pay a nice dividend that is, that is consistent. You really can't appreciate this, but it really comes full circle when you lump these holdings together in a nice tax-deferred vehicle, or even a taxable account. You guys know that I achieve a strategic initiative in both my taxable brokerage account as well as the individual Roth IRA accounts. So this is a spackling of all of what paid in each of the accounts, some within the Roth, some outside the Roth, and that's totally fine. I do want to set some ground rules as well and let you guys know this is reflective of the dividends that were paid across all three accounts. So these holdings are representative of three accounts, the two individual Roths and the brokerage account. Also, please understand that in each of these cases, when they are paid, I do not realize this $1,360. This rolls back into each of the underlying holdings through a dividend reinvestment program. Very important to note, I get this question all the time. I'm in a wealth building phase of my life. I don't need this money, so I'd rather have the portfolio organically grow. And wow, what a step forward here in September to grow 1,360 of new shares bought based on that dividend rolling back into the underlying holdings. So we'll scroll up to the top here. I'm going to roll through these quick so you guys understand what was paid. There were 40 different payouts, guys, and I can't stress enough how incredible that is to have an account where you've got 40 different individual businesses. Basically, that's how I look at this. Each individual holding, a lot of people can't wrap their mind around why you invest and why you hold these good quality companies that have done nothing but reward shareholders over time. Remember, about 3/4 of the wealth that's ever been paid out in the stock market has come through the form of dividends, not capital appreciation. Very, very important. So a lot of people want to go for that capital appreciation, that top 25%. I think that's somewhat of a futile effort. You can win that route, and I do think there is a place for growth investing. I think every investor should seek out some aspect of growth. But make no mistake, the bulk of my wealth is aligned with a dividend growth strategy as well as a passive strategy. And those passive ETFs, they pay a nice healthy dividend. September was the month that the Vanguard ETFs pay out their dividends, and when they pay, they all pay at the same time. So it's like winning the lottery for me. September's a big month. It happens 4 times a year, and it's one of the many benefits that we reap as an investor. It's that simple. There was a time in my past where I decided to be an investor, and these are just the rewards that come with those decisions. So I'm going to run down the list real quick. Here's the VNQ. This is one of my faves for real estate exposure. The ETF paid $33.30. Next, the small cap value. I'm just going to hold this $19 in dividends. A little bit here on a holding that I own in a UTMA account for my little fella. Same thing with my daughter. So these two are both CMA accounts. So they're earning dividends as well. Not too shabby for a couple of kids. We'll scroll down here. Travelers Insurance paid a nice $25.50 in financials. One of the biggest insurers in the world. I'm really glad to own this company long. Not a whole lot of maneuvers in the portfolio. I'm set with all the companies that I wanted to own. So we're just allowing these positions to work through and hold them long. Pepsi, a long holding of mine, $36.64 on the payout. Goldman Sachs, 1875. This is a newly established position for me here in 2020. Lockheed Martin, one of my absolute favorites, one of my biggest positions actually, at $24 here in the taxable brokerage account. Bank of America, one of my favorite financials, $27.13. Kraft Heinz Food. So the idea is that I roll these out to you guys not so you just rush out and just buy these. The whole idea here is to provide you some substantiation as to what is possible in investing. And it's the what is possible that you should be achieving in each and every one of your individual situations, okay? This is what I have. This is what's appropriate for me at this time, and good on me for coming onto YouTube and sharing with such high visibility what it is that I'm working with. This is not common. Most people don't do this. As a matter of fact, most people will charge you for this information. I do not, because I believe in motivating people. And if this doesn't motivate you, go somewhere else. All right? This should absolutely motivate somebody who wants to engage in a wealth building program. You can see here VMI paid out the $59.02. That gets me the foreign dividend exposure. And then right below it, this was the big one. Holy smokes, $172.74. That pays out 4 times a year, guys. That's just a quarterly dividend. There it is. VYM, the biggest holding in my Roth IRA, my flagship holding in VYM. I'll own that the rest of my life. No screwing around. That's a great ETF to own. And then developed markets in the other Roth, $22.50. BHP Billiton, giving me some foreign materials exposure. Nice fat dividend there, 110. I think I messed up. I might not have rolled that back into. I didn't have dividend reinvestment set up on that. So I got to go back and set that. So I missed that. Hey, no big deal. It'll pay to cash. No big deal. Royal Dutch Shell at $25.48. And then Home Depot, $22.71. Duke Energy, which has just been on fire here. I mean, it's absolutely run up on the capital appreciation side, and then nothing to scoff at here with the $121.39. So a double whammy with Duke, and just goes to show why I decided to enter that position as opposed to buying bonds. Right below it is the VPU, which is the utilities ETF, which I equally like as well. 1817 on that holding. McDonald's, $25.60. Realty Income, this company just throws money at me. It just throws it at me every month. $28.20, there's the dividend there. Doing its job silently. I leave it in the portfolio. Zero management necessary there with Realty Income. DuPont, Demours has been liquidated, so that's basically a scrub dividend that's been paid to me. No big deal. 46 MetLife must have been because I held the company up through ex-dividend, and it paid. Great. I don't even own the company anymore, and they just threw the dividend at me because I owned it. 3M, long holding of mine for sure at 46. Walgreens Boots Alliance, who's just been kind of clobbered a little bit, but will continue to hold it, $23.63.
RTX, this is a dividend paid on a position that I don't own anymore in that account. But you can see 3 lines down here. That's the actual RTX payout in my account at 40.32. Microsoft paid at 12.75. IBM, same idea. This was a liquidated position, but the newly established within the tax protection of the Roth. 4203 on IBM, ExxonMobil, 93.32. That'll continue to buy shares at these recessed prices. Chevron here, CVX, 40.46. Southern Company, holy moly, these companies are on fire right now. Just incredible positions in both Southern Company and Duke. Couldn't be happier with the performance there. Johnson & Johnson, easy. Sleepy money there at 41.68 to own it long. Walmart's been a silent just creeper in the portfolio. It's just been on fire. 13.71, rather small dividend. That's all right. We'll take it nonetheless. Honeywell here at 22.50, probably one of the best industrials plays right now. Wells Fargo at 10.81. That's the reduced dividend. I'm a believer in Wells Fargo long term, certainly, and I'm thinking about plussing up on this position if conducive to do so. And finally, Visa at $6, rather small, but better chance at capital appreciation with Visa. But their dividend growth is off the charts. Just a great company that I want to own long. And then finally, Pfizer here with the payout of just less than $20 there. So again, 13.60.50 for the month of September 2020. Really hope you guys enjoyed this rundown of these 40 companies. Doesn't get any better than this, guys, to provide some real concrete evidence of what is possible in the investing world for a guy like myself, a blue-collar worker here that's staring down $500,000 of assets here. So really hope you appreciated it, guys. We'll kick you back to YouTube to conclude the video.
So we've come back out of the dividend payouts for the month of September. Hope you guys appreciated this transparency. If you guys are new to the channel and you like the content coming through, I would ask for your subscription to the channel. Leave your comments at the bottom of the video and share this message with those folks out there that are looking to be introduced to the stock market. I provide a testimonial on how I seek out my exposure. Bring them onto the channel, man. We'd be glad to have them. We're looking to empower one investor at a time. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the video, and good luck in your investment future.